I found myself homeless because of a situation that I got into, and because of a house that I was caught up into, and the police were called in because of the house was found non-livable. They referred everybody that was in there to shared housing.
I remember the morning clearly. I was reading the newspaper April 8th, 2013, and read a Larry LaRue article about Brandon. Unfortunately, his family basically abandoned him to move out of state, and he was living in Wright Park. And I remember blurting out, "We have cobwebs in our spare bedroom. There's no reason for a kid to live in Wright Park."
It was almost like getting denied so much, and then finally something got approved.
Kind of surreal.
Yeah.
Like, are we really here? Like, we're still here. We woke up, we're still here.
We wanted to be more a bridge mentor, and that was a bridge from poverty to middle class. And so we expected to do a little more parenting, but the program is flexible and the matches determine what level of parenting or intervention a person provides to a teen.
She asked me, what can you afford to pay for rent? And then I told her what my income was. So then she relayed that to the owner of the home. It was a great fit, and when I liked the house, walked through it, and I have a service dog as well, and she has a little dog, and we all kind of, yep, that's great. And so we matched, and that was a great thing.
I was referred to the shared housing and underwent the criminal background check and the interview, and decided that we could make a difference in some teen's life. I cannot imagine going home from school and not knowing if you have a meal that night or a bed to sleep in. And I can't imagine how hard it is for these kids to progress in school without that. So we decided that we could make a difference. And the house was quiet. We were empty nesters. It kind of happened suddenly. I wasn't totally adjusted to the new status, so I wasn't ready to be done parenting.
We talk to a case manager once a week, so we're not trying to figure things out as we go, and we actually have someone basically, helping us through our problems and questions that we have or things that we don't clearly understand. And that's really been big for us because, we're still getting used to having our own, so we need a little bit of input sometimes.
If you have a record, sometimes people think, well, you won't, people won't rent to me, and you get upset about that. Having a dog, a service dog, people might not want that around, or you have medical problems. If you don't drive, you have to take the bus, and you got to be on the bus line. That's all the challenges that I have, and I have to have those. I have to face those challenges every day, even if I'm homeless, if I'm not homeless, I have to face those challenges on a daily basis.
Shared housing is great for my family because it gives us the necessary opportunity that's kind of modified to us.
Our young man ended up third in his class, graduating from Lincoln High School. He ran in cross country, did respectably. He was a wrestler. He got in to West Point. He had a job offer from West Point, but unfortunately was ruled out for a medical condition. And now he is successfully launched at Gonzaga University. In fact, he just let me know he had 3 B's and 2 A's, so he's doing very well in his transition to college life.
As a baby, it's more stable for him. It's a stable environment. It's someplace where he knows that he's safe. He knows that, he can go to sleep, or, nobody's gonna come bother him, or it's a different atmosphere than where we have been since he was born. So I think it's more peaceful for him.
I live in a beautiful home now. Shared housing has gone step by step by step, and they've worked me through this program. That's my success story. And
I certainly recommend it to everyone. It wasn't perfect. It was a challenge. We actually interviewed several teens that by mutual agreement would not accept as our match. But I knew our right match was out there, and there's somebody for everyone.
really happy here, and I was really blessed to find these people because I really had a rough time. You know, I was going through cancer on Craigslist, and being on Craigslist was very hard, and nobody wanted to help me, and it was very hard. And getting a hold of shared housing now was just the best thing that happened to me.
Shared housing has given me confidence, you know, to know that things are possible. You know, it might be hard, but, you know, all you need is a little push, a little pull, some elbow grease, you can get it done. Get her done.